HELP syndrome, severe preeclampsia or severe eclampsia, cancer, sepsis, maternal infection, organ failure, pulmonary hypertension, ectopic pregnancy, premature rupture of the membranes. I could continue to go on, but those are all reasons for medically necessary abortions, and most of them can happen after 6 weeks, so the total bans after 6 weeks kill women. They kill women. And those are all reasons why someone might need a medically necessary abortion. Not that it's any of your business or any of my business, but it definitely is a thing that occurs, and this type of rhetoric is extremely dangerous. So I hope that helped you out.
When does the brain finish developing? 33 weeks. When does the heart finish developing? 10 weeks. You're telling me that something that does not have a brain or internal organs is the same as a living, breathing, conscious, autonomous human being? Are you out of your mind? Well, now you're going to go, oh, the Bible says, no, it doesn't. First of all, the Bible shouldn't be making laws. Second of all, no, it doesn't. The Bible across the board designates life at first breath. And let's take a little peek here at Exodus 21. We're going to go down to this green verse here. It says, verse 22, if men are fighting and they hit a pregnant woman and she miscarries, but there is no serious injury, the offender must be fined whatever the woman's husband demands and the court allows. But if there is serious injury or she dies, you are to take a life for a life. The book of Exodus designates the fetus as having property value and the woman as having the value of human life. And also, I know you don't read the red words, but Christ never talked about abortion and in fact altered marriage law to protect women more because men were abusing it. When Roe was overturned, we said this is an attack on women. They're going to start prosecuting women for miscarriages. They're going to attack birth control and they're going to attack childless women and start to force women to give birth. And we're like, oh my God, you raging lunatics. Remember, guess what? Prosecutors have now announced in West Virginia that women should start self-reporting miscarriages so that it can be investigated and that they will be criminally investigating every miscarriage. We have had women already arrested for miscarriages. And now the Southern Baptist Convention is meeting in Dallas right now. And they're opposing same-sex marriage, they're opposing porn, and willful childlessness, meaning that they are going to ask the government on the federal level to restrict these actions. They have overwhelmingly voted to overturn marriage equality and pursue that to the Supreme Court in alignment with the Becket Fund and the ADF. And now they're attacking willful childlessness. In Texas, they're investigating the water supply to see if they can detect abortion medication or birth control so that they can claim it's polluting the water supply. And the Southern Baptist Convention is now getting ready to ban churches that have female pastors, even though Paul praised women who were in ministry and nominated the only deacon that we know by name in the New Testament. And they want to criminally charge women who have abortions. Where did I stutter? Where did I lie? Because the Southern Baptist Convention is the muscle behind the machine of the Heritage Foundation, founded by Paul Weyrich and Jerry Falwell, and the people who decided to make abortion the topic when they lost the battle for desegregation, because all of this is founded on racism. Every single bit of it. It's not from the Bible because you didn't fucking read it. It's not from the Bible. Because if you support a woman being plugged into life support for months against her family's wishes, even though the fetus isn't viable, you don't give a shit about women and you don't understand the value of human life. Human life means nothing to you, control does. The reason that Afghanistan went from this in the 1970s to this now is because religious fundamentalist men let it happen. Because women's rights being stripped didn't affect them. It didn't affect their education or their healthcare or their opportunity, but it did allow them to control women. Because women used to hold public office and be doctors in Afghanistan, and now they're not allowed to have windows in rooms where women can be seen. Shut the fuck up and stand for women.
Christians should never have anything to say about abortions, and I do mean ever. And those who do only prove that they have no idea what the contents of the Bible actually are. Why do I say this? Because the Bible literally gives an ancient recipe for an abortion. In the book of Numbers, chapter 5, there's a tale known as the Ordeal of Bitter Waters, where if a jealous husband believed his pregnant wife was unfaithful, he could bring her with about 2 liters of barley, roughly, to a priest. In return, the priest would make a potion using dust from the floor of the tabernacle and holy water. Then the husband says the magic words and the wife drinks the drink. If she's innocent, the potion will be harmless. But if she's guilty, then the water will go straight to her stomach and make her abdomen swell and her thigh would fall away. What do you think that means? I'll wait.